I am so happy I have evolved, ladies and gentlemen. I know better now and this feels good. It feels so amazing to not be a prisoner anymore of my identity. In this video, we'll continue talking about this subject. So, welcome to part number 2. If you haven't seen the first part yet, I strongly recommend you to check that one first. For now, let me share with you where we have left off. Because at the end of the first part, we were talking about the following. The moment you put yourself into a specific category, you slowly become one with it. And once that happened, you'll be likely to only accept and believe the things that are supporting that category. Categorizing yourself, labeling yourself. To me, it's like building a huge wall. And it took a while for me, to be honest, to break it down. It stopped me from seeing the bigger picture, that wall. I imagine this as follows, over time, a kind of mentally existing wall has been built, and inside that wall there's a gate. And above the gate there is a big sign, which is a label. It represents whatever you believe in and identify yourself with. You're not willing to let anything go through that gate which is different from the label you chose to be defined by. The only thing you're doing is building that wall as high as possible. So high that you'll eventually reach the point that everything outside that wall isn't visible anymore. It has become a defense system to protect yourself from everything that's challenging your beliefs. Because your beliefs are inside those walls. And a question that arises when I think about this is, what is exactly happening when we do this? When we build this wall around us? And the only thing I can come up with is that we are dividing ourselves. It sets us apart from each other. Thinking in boxes is causing division. When you think like this, one difference can cause you to not willing to even consider getting to know one another. It completely blinds us. And it causes us to focus more on the differences than on what we might have in common. How do you think judgments and assumptions are born? We could be perfectly liking each other, but hey, you are not in the same category as me, so that's not gonna work. Do you understand what I'm saying here? The thing is, I was exactly like that. I was judging all over the place. And we all know the saying that you cannot judge a book by its cover. I don't know if you know that saying, but it's a saying. And that's why I'm feeling that it's a good thing to let go of making assumptions and judgments. My old self was trapped in the illusion of believing who I truly was, could already decide whether to like someone or not based on someone's label. Also, based on the label I placed myself on that particular someone. It doesn't matter how smart, kind, genuine, humble, or whatever that person is or could be, it's not corresponding with my own label, my category. So I won't even consider the possibility to get to know that particular individual. In my opinion, and this is unfortunate, but it's happening way too much in the world. There's so much more to life. And by dividing ourselves, we are obstructing ourselves from finding out what's behind that wall that we've built. And based on this way of thinking, I decided to break down my wall, because like I already told you in the first video, the more I advance through life, the more I walk on a path less traveled. And the further I get, the more I feel disconnected with the attributes that are forming an identity. I am human. That's it. Now, I also want to mention that there's nothing wrong with belief, though. So don't get confused now. It's all about having the ability to know the difference between believing and knowing. Let's talk about that in the third and last part of being a prisoner of your identity. Don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to my channel, and I see you in the next one. Don't forget also to hit that notification bell so you won't miss anything. Peace out. I'm gonna enjoy my time in nature here. I love it. Bye bye.